What? Harmonia could... There might be a way Harmonia could... stay here in the Pokemon world? Yes. This is all hypothetical, but... if Harmonia had stayed in this world, it would have created a distortion in the fabric of the universe. That's why it was decided that Harmonia's fate was to return to the human world. I myself believe that such facts were unchangeable, but it may be. Maybe fate can be changed after all. Really? Yes, Dunsparce. I was also shocked when I started looking into it. Oh, thank you for doing this. I really owe you one, Hydreigon. Huh? What do you mean, Dunsparce? I was the one who asked for Hydreigon's help. I had to know if there might be a way Harmonia could stay in this world. After all, it was Hydreigon who summoned Harmonia here in the first place. I thought if I asked him, he might be the one who could find a way. That is how it happened. So, when Dunsparce asked me to look into it, I left Post Town for a time. I had no intention of running out on a bill or anything of the kind. Please take my word on that, Signora Swana. I'm not the type of Pokemon to run out on a bill. Signora, if you forbid me to eat at the inn, I will surely just... It's fine, Hydreigon. No need to say more. I never thought for a second that you boys had tried to run out on your bill. What's more important is to hear about the rest of your discovery. Of course. Well, from the beginning, I had thought that Harmonia staying in this world would go against the laws of nature, that a return to the human world was inevitable. However, since coming here, I felt that those very laws of nature are changing. And the reason for those changes is this. It's because of all of you and your refusal to forget Harmonia. This realization was a great shock to me. The strength of your feelings is, well, you've managed to override the laws that govern nature itself. This impossible thing, this unbelievable thing, is now happening because of you. This new view of a deeper truth made me hope we could change Harmonia's fate. And, to be honest, I also wish to see Harmonia again. As I considered these possibilities, Dunsparce came to talk to me. So I went away for a time. I needed to search out a safer way, to call Harmonia back to this world. I communicated with the voices of life from various lands. I gathered a great deal of information. At last, I arrived at a single possibility. A single possibility? Yes. Northwest of here, there lies a dungeon called the Worldcore, and in the deepest part of that dungeon, there is a place called the Hill of Universal Order. It's said that this is a place where you can gaze on the universe in its balanced state. When you stand on that hill, if you make some sort of wish, and if the universe's balance is not upset by that wish, then your wish will be accepted as eternal and binding, and it will become reality, so it is said. If the universe's balance is not upset, then your wish will come true? Of course, there has to be a strong enough desire behind a wish to make it come true. Just like when you all determined not to forget Harmonia. And only one Pokemon can go to make a wish at the Hill of Universal Order. You cannot all go wish together, I'm afraid. Just one of us. So we have to pick a representative. One Pokemon to make the wish for everyone. If we have to pick the best person to go, clearly it would have to be... Keldeo. I know. I suppose you all want me to go, huh? Of course. There's no way it could be anyone but you. The one with the closest ties to Harmonia. Surely that has to be you, Klexos. What is it, Klexos? Why don't you seem excited? You can tell us anything. We're all friends, right? Yeah. A long time ago, Harmonia and I made a promise. A promise to stay together forever. I really thought that was what I wanted back then. But it was only after Harmonia promised to stay with me that I realized Harmonia must have friends and family in the human world as well. And if that's the case, then going back to the human world might be best for Harmonia, too. Harmonia is really important to me. That's exactly why I gave up on that promise and said goodbye. Klexos. Being able to meet Harmonia again would make me happier than anything. But if Harmonia comes back to this world, it It might not be possible to return to the human world a second time. Is that really what's best for Harmonia? I'm scared to answer that. Klexos, you are a very kind soul. I understand very well what it is you mean. But what is or is not best for Harmonia? That is something that Harmonia knows better than you. I think this is a decision that has to be up to Harmonia, not you. Swana. I agree. And in addition to that, if you are worried about Harmonia's friends and family, here's what you could do when you reach the Hill of Universal Order. Make your wish that Harmonia be able to travel freely between the two worlds. Oh, yeah, if I made a wish like that, if it was possible to travel freely between the human world and this one, but do you think something like that is even possible? If you try wishing it and the universe doesn't lose its balance, then yes. You won't know the answer until you try. Then I guess you've just gotta try. If you don't try, then you definitely won't succeed. Klexos, do you have any idea why Dunsparce came to ask me about this? It's because he wanted you to be happy again, Klexos. What? Me? Ever since Harmonia left us, we haven't been the same. So I figured if Harmonia came back, you might feel, well, you might be happy again. Dunsparce. Everyone has been worried about you, you know? Horizon. Hey, Klexos, I really want you to be happy again, too. I really want to see Harmonia again. I do as well. Me too. Count me in. I couldn't agree more. And me. Don't forget me. I won't be left out either. Everyone. What are you gonna do, Klexos? How do you feel about all this? I want to see Harmonia too. I really want to. I know what I've got to do. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna do it. I'll go for everyone. I'll go to the Worldcore. Yes, Klexos. Klexos. Thank goodness. You can reach the Worldcore from the crossroads. We'll all be counting on you. While I won't be traveling with you, Klexos, I will also go to the Worldcore. Huh? How come, Hydreigon? Didn't you just say that only one Pokemon could go? I'm the voice of life, after all. That makes me a free agent. But I don't want to risk this chance by helping you in your battles. So, until you reach the bottom of the dungeon, I'll let you make your own way through. Therefore, Klexos, I will meet you within the Worldcore. We shall meet at the Hill of Universal Order. I'll do whatever I can to support you. More than ever, we will do our best. Good luck, Klexos. I'll be wishing for your success. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best and hurry back home. And then everybody will get to see Harmonia again. I'll never give up. Okay, so it seems like we have the means to go get the hero back, and it's at the Worldcore there. But yeah, how's it going today, Azzy? But yeah, so it's Chrono Trigger. We're going to Death's Peak to revive Chrono. I joked earlier about how Super had a whole quest line like Chrono Trigger, but this is just Chrono Trigger. The only thing I'm missing is having to play a mini-game to buy a life-size Harmonia doll. What? So this game does acknowledge that forcing the hero back would tear them away from their loved ones. Yeah, that actually gets acknowledged here. But yeah. I don't know why others can't just come with us and then, like, just not participate in the wish or something there, but here, well, makes a Pokemon blind. Put these away. I don't need the electric gift here. Sure, something like that. And then, this is gonna be the final dungeon that I'm gonna want to do as part of this playthrough anyway, right? So do I have any more Reviver Seeds? No, that's all of them. Give me some Pure Seeds. Oh. How do I... Give me a few Pure Seeds. Give me a Violent Seed, I guess. Give me these Stun Seeds. I can't loop around the bottom for that, I guess. Okay, sure. So the crossroads was this up here? Maybe? Let me just save here, how about? Wouldn't mind doing that. Save and continue, or eventually will be saved. Please do not turn off the power. Save completed. Where will you go? How about the Worldcore? Oh, maybe I should go to Canyon Foot first. It's new after all. Go to the Worldcore? Yes. I don't know how long this dungeon is gonna be, but we'll see. Oh, is it a fiery one? Oh, that's perfect for water type here. So there actually will be one dedicated dungeon for this segment then. Again, good thing I don't have to worry about my words being banned, huh? And not being able to use my... Uh-oh. Ow. Quite the big blast, huh? Whoa. PP Leech Trap? Gosh dang it, one of my moves was basically banned! No! Also, it's awfully convenient that there's a new mystery dungeon they just discovered that allows them to solve all the problems and wish the hero back with the Dragon Balls. Yeah, I know, right? Serious distortion appears in the dungeon. Their speed is down? Enemies have slowed down. Well, it did that first. Before the effect even happened there. Nobody can restore HP. Oh, I should have fully restored on the previous floor. I realized that after I went across the stairs, but now that's especially the case. I'm out of here. See ya. Okay, it's all good. Coalition Scarf. Oh, thinking about things here. Let's go ahead and do that. That's not a bad idea. I would love to go on here. Worldcore. I feel like going left. And then up, and then left. Hi. Dang you. Accuracy and gates to infinity, I swear. Uh-oh. And then he forgot about me. Okay. Well, there's that. I don't need whatever that item up there is. Or maybe that's not even an item. It's just like a little section of the other room. Looks like it'd probably be that. I'd love to go on here. But yeah, this is the second time in a row the big epic post-game dungeon was a fire dungeon. Can you evolve the main character and partner in gates? I assume in the post-game you probably can. Because you can in the post-game of like all the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. So I'd presume this one as well. But during the main story you cannot. There's a detour near you. I didn't bring any keys. So it does not even matter. Seal Trap. I'm able to use one of its moves. Hey look, it's... Oh, the thing that's already out anyway. One of my moves that was already banned just got banned again. What happened? Oh. No! Okay, that's fine. Come on! How many Reviver Seeds do I have in my pocket anyway? 3. Okay. Good to know. Oh, there's that detour there. But yeah. No, you can because I've seen the Heroes of Fracture before. Okay. Well, there's for sure answering the question there. I'm not making the same mistake that I did before. If I can get my HP back, I will. I would love to go on here. Worldcore. Alright, well, I was kind of hoping that this post-game dungeon would be a bit of a jammer. Considering a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon themes are really good. But this is just kind of like, eh. It gets the job done. It expresses the feel here of a volcanic kind of area. But it's not really a cool jammer of approaching the place where you can make a wish. And all that. Doesn't really encapsulate all the mysteriosity and power that would come with that. Here, Aqua Jet. Man, what the hell? Guess I should have just used another water pulse before. Yikes. Well, I guess so here. It's the post-game dungeon. So the game is already beaten. I did this game start to finish during the 24-hour charity stream 12 about a month ago. Oh. And I'm just like tying up loose ends with going and doing the post-game stuff now. Or not the post-game stuff, the epilogue stuff, I should say. If it's gonna be like that, I'm just gonna go ahead and... Actually, I could just eat one of these too. Here. Whoa! Give me that. Never mind then. Nom. Well. I have lots of max elixirs. I could always restore my other thing. But yeah. Yeah, so it wouldn't be like final dungeon in terms of like doing all the stuff that you can do in post-game. I don't think that I'd ever do that in any of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. But just like the ending of the story stuff in terms of epilogue. So the game's already beaten. did that for the charity stream. I've been meaning to for a while come back and just do the epilogue, because I said after that stream, like, I'll come back at some point here and just do the epilogue just to showcase what it's all about. You know, here I am like a month later doing that. So just tying up a little bit of a loose end. So this probably won't take too long, and then I'll probably switch games and keep on streaming. What I will probably do. So just a little smidge of Gates here. Well, since it's the ending, what are your thoughts on Super now that you've replayed it? Do you mean what are my thoughts on Gates? I mean, I can tell you my thoughts on Super if that's what you want, but I assume that that's a typo for asking what my thoughts on this game are. Most likely. With the Gust Trap, this guy's an example. Dark Crater is the final story dungeon overall, but it's not the final dungeon, period. Yeah. Yeah, this is Gates. Is the case. I honestly liked it more than I remembered liking it. After I had played Explorers back when, and then I played this game, I remember being really disappointed by this game, and I honestly didn't really like it. Thought it was kind of neat that it's like, hey, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is 3D and stuff. That's kind of cool when it was just the novelty of that, but, you know, nowadays, in retrospect, I would prefer the charm of the 2D sprites more than the 3D models here. And yeah, in terms of the story, I was like, yeah, it did some interesting things, but I wasn't really that into it back when. Replaying it nowadays, I do much more appreciate the themes that it had going on, and also how applicable one could argue the themes of this story are to, like, modern issues. So I do definitely have a lot more respect for this story, and honestly, I don't think that it's the worst story in the series anymore that I once thought. I think that belongs to Rescue Team now. But I do still think that this story has some issues that could certainly be worked out. Some pacing issues, some storytelling format issues, in my humble opinion. But it's definitely not bad. It's not the awful, terrible thing that my brain kind of interpreted as from back when. Probably just because I had played Explorers, loved Explorers so much, and then that was like my frame of reference going into this. On its own, this actually is a pretty good game. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts there. I like some of the music in this game and think the in-between floors where you can move freely and solve puzzles are cool and nice change of pace. Yeah, that was something cool that this game did. I wish this game had more of that, though. I felt like there wasn't really a massive ton of that going on. Like, wow, they really like putting me to sleep or confusing me and doing all sorts of stuff in this friggin' dungeon! You're gonna kill me! I'm out of here! See you later! Eject! Alright, I'm out of here, see ya. Nope, nope, nope. No thank you. But yeah, so I like it, definitely don't love it. And it feels like Super was really the beginning of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games being, I would argue, kind of good gameplay-wise in terms of the AI. Because, man, going back to this, I was kind of hoping that maybe the 3DS games in general would turn out to be the start of that. But man, I got really, really frustrated with the AI of this game many times. And I also don't really like the dungeon formats in this game. You get like all these super crazy long hauls that just go on forever and don't even loop around. So you just kind of get to a dead end. That's, oh my god, I'm out of here. And then after you do that dead end, you have to do like Terry Fox's famous marathon across the country just to make it back again. Uh-oh. Ow, come on! Man. Honestly, I really like Sky's gameplay, fair enough, but I just mean from the perspective of, like, the AI. I'm not saying, like, the gameplay itself is bad. I'm saying, like, in terms of the AI. Which, I know that you can improve it in games like Sky, what with the whole IQ skills and stuff, but still there. I feel like if we had Sky, but with the AI of Super or Rescue Team DX, that'd be a darn nice video game there. I'm so used to Sky's gameplay, but honestly, yeah, it is kind of dated, yeah. Oh my god, I hate multi-hit moves in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. It still goes on after I got revived. That shouldn't be allowed. Ah! Throw the sleep seed. Oh, you were one-shottable from there anyway. Pfft. Well, darn you. Oh, there's no items in here. It doesn't matter. I was worried for a moment there. But yeah. Nothing like losing 3 Reviver Seeds to a single Fury swipe. I can't only imagine how awful that would feel there. But yeah, there are ROM hacks that add later addition to the sky, like leader swapping. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I've come pretty far down. Ah, it's almost too faint to notice, but I think I can see some sort of light up ahead. I better go check it out. I would love to save my adventure. That sounds good to me. Save completed.